Alright, what's good YouTube? It's Gabe here, Gabriel Pasemko if y'all don't know me. This video is going to be a bit different if y'all couldn't already tell. Sitting in front of the camera. I'm about to get real with y'all. We're about to touch into some stuff that I for one have never gotten into on YouTube. But we're about to hit 500 subs, so that's just insane. It's like, wow. Anyways, y'all don't know me, my name is Gabriel. I started doing YouTube like 6 months ago now probably. I moved down to Creston, had some stuff go south down there, and ended up homeless. So throughout that whole time, the whole point of me moving to Creston was to get sober and stay sober. Being in the spot I'm at now, my hometown, I wasn't able to do at the time. My boy Rob Dube, shout out to fucking Rob Dube, man, I owe that guy my life. I just started talking to him again the one day. I ended up finding him on a TikTok live stream. Him and I stopped talking for years. If y'all don't know, Rob and I have known each other since literally elementary, dude, so it's pretty cool. But saw Rob on a live stream, so I was like, damn, what's good, bro? And he good, and we started talking again, all that, and long story short, we were homies again, you know. While I was doing the stuff I was doing, he had to remove me off everything, you know, which I respect because, you know, I moved down to Creston on the fly of a whim one night. I called Rob, I was like, hey bro, I just relapsed again. You know, at the time I was calling Rob Dube every now and then because I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and man, that guy is he is good at talking, man. If you don't know Rob Dube, go drop him a follow because he's just fucking dope. But he would sit there and he'd talk me through a bunch of shit, which nobody can do for me. I've tried counselors, I've tried all that stuff. I went to rehab. It was fucked. It was sad. It was depressing, man. And it was causing my family grief. Yeah, it's not a lifestyle that anybody wants to live. But basically, yeah, I called Rob the one night and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go relapse. I don't know what to do, you know? And this fucking dude, man, out of the kindness of his heart, purely from the kindness of his heart, it's like, why don't you just come down to Creston? And I was like, we both kind of laughed it off. I was like, what do you mean come down to Creston, bro? It's like 10 hours away. I don't got insurance on my truck. I don't even know if I have a license, which turns out I didn't. But yeah, so after I called him and he said that, I was just sitting there pondering to myself huh. And that's when Rob said he would pay the gas money for me to get down there, which was just mind-blowing, dude. Like that, Rob was willing to pay $300, 400, close to $500 total just to get me down to Creston, which that says so much about a person, man. He just had a kid at the time, so he was learning how to be a dad still. He still is, but at the same time, he was willing to help me just because he saw me struggling. And if that ain't some bro stuff, I don't know what is, man. That was life-changing. I took that offer, man. He sent me $150 to start because who the f is gonna send $300, $400 to some dude who just said he relapsed? So Rob's like, I'm gonna send you $150, and if you actually get going, then I'll send you the rest. We'll see you when you get here. So we did, bro. I fucking sent that shit. I went home right before I left. I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. Gave them the spiel. They understood. No insurance on my truck, which I do not condone. Not smart at all. I actually crashed my truck a week into Creston, but it's another story. So yeah, basically down in Creston, after all that happened, I ended up sleeping at the back of a skate shop I was working at for a bit. That's another long story. If y'all want to hear any of these, just drop a comment down below. Yeah, so I was sleeping at the back of a skate shop. While I was sleeping there one night, literally on the mattress in the back of a skate shop on the floor, I was doodling, bro. And this is just to that point where I'm starting to get my creative form back to my brain, you know? Because after you live for so long on a certain stuff, any substance, it just takes over. You know, your brain is rewired at that point and you got to rewire it back. So at that point I was getting 3 months sober. I was feeling fresh and started writing notes as well. Those notes, man, I want to write a fucking book one day from those things. But yeah, I made Slummied and Dummied, which has turned out to be a cool thing, man. I drew these two stick characters, right, at the back of the skate shop that night. In my mind, I was thinking to myself, what do you want to doodle? As I doodle them, you know? So I was like, I'm gonna do one character that's he's kind of based off of the darker side of life, you know? He's sitting there smoking weed, he's slummed out, smoking who knows what, honestly. But the point of that character is supposed to be one half of my brain, you know, and that half was, I saw something yesterday, it was called your shadow character. And that shit's true, bro, because that was my shadow character, was when I was doing dope and shit, right? So that's what I made this character, my shadow character. Basically, he's sitting there with a doobie hanging out of his mouth, you know. He struggles, and then on the flip side of that, you got Dummied. I forgot to say the last guy's name was Slummied, but you got Dummied also, who is basically, he's like Slummied's brother. You know, he sits there on the sides, makes sure the guy is all right, giving him pep talks, fucking forcing him to hop on that skateboard, even though his depressed, lazy ass doesn't want to. I wasn't even gonna turn this whole thing into a skateboarding brand or a company or apparel wear, gear, whatever, but I posted those doodles, those two characters, as I posted the doodle on my Snapchat story. And this is still the point where I had like next to no one on Snapchat, brand new town, brand new phone for frick's sakes. But yeah, I posted those guys and a few people from the TikTok. Shout out to all the fucking homies on TikTok. Y'all have been MVPs. Hooking y'all up when I get the chance. A bunch of people slid up on that story. They were like, these are dope. Or like, those are cool characters, man. I'm like, what the hell are these? I was like, stick figures, you know? It's like, I don't know. And then that's when my buddy Kyle, shout out to Kyle too, hit me up. He was like, hey man, he was really helping Robbie and I out at that point with each of our own things. He still is. So once again, shout out to Kyle. But basically he's like, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna vector them for you, which I fucking, dude, I took a break from the internet for like 5 years. I used to watch Danny Duncan back before he was famous, you know? I was like, what the hell is a vector, you know? He took my two characters and put them on a PNG. That blank PNG file, I was able to literally get everything on the go, bro. Like everything. That's when stuff started. So, Kyle, you are a freaking MVP. Yeah, dude. From that point, I had the two characters. I called my dad all hyped. I was like, hey, you'll never guess what. You know, I just like started a brand. And that's when he was like, oh, that's cool. You know, let me help you with it. He invested some money into it. This was after my dad and I were just mending I did a lot of stupid stuff while I was on drugs, just put it that way. And he was still willing to invest in me. My dad's a great dude. Shout out to my dad. He called me the one day. He was like, I think I got a slogan for your company. And I was like, what do you mean? That's when he was like, we're not all team players. I was like, what? I sat there thinking about that like, huh, it's fucking perfect. I heard that, I was like, damn, all right, that works, you know? And at that point, I had some chicken scratch letters I just did up for Slummied and Dummied, named the characters at that point, and it was just like, boom, all of a sudden, shit's real. I got a company, I'm ordering clothes in for the skate shop. Shout out to everybody, seriously, every single person that's even dropped any encouraging word on any platform so far, and anybody that continues to support, anybody that goes and buys stuff after this video. Stupid the way some people work and the way jealousy works, when in reality I want to take this company and make it into a community, and from there, fuck dude, endless possibilities, you know, for everybody. I want to host skate jams. I want to open a skate shop in my hometown so more kids don't go down the road I went down, you know? So many levels to everything. So if I could have y'all support with this, that'd be tight. So being able to sit here and tell you guys the website is live again, give you all the whole spiel on how things went and why to go follow Rob Doob, why to go buy yourself a Life Is What We Manifest gator. Shit's fire, bro. Y'all can go check out the website. It's down below. Feel free to drop more comments as well, because like I said, this is like the first video I've done like this sitting in front of the camera. So once we get used to it, I'm sure we gonna have some fun. Hope y'all enjoyed. Go check out the website. Go follow Rob Doob. Peace the fuck out.